everyone, and welcome to this BusinessTraining.com video module on media relations and the top 5 mistakes PR professionals and companies alike can make. So first, what are media relations? Like the term entitles, they are relations with the media. Like customer relations, media relations is simply the management of relationships, interactions, all points of contact really that takes place with the company and the media. This term is most often used when talking about pitching media, but media relations means more than simply pitching them when you need a story published. In order to have better relationships with the media, try to offer to be of assistance to them and see what can happen from there. Be appreciative of their efforts in return, and be aware of their deadlines and priorities. Treat them like a person and know that they are not out to get you or make you look bad. Both your job and theirs requires on the flow of stories and news. The worst you can hear is no, though, so don't be afraid to pitch people. But remember that you're also talking on their time, so be aware that you can't, draw things out and really talk a lot. Offer to take them somewhere for coffee or lunch when you'd like to talk more about a story if they're able and have time, and try to create a relationship with them that can be seen as more than simply a reporter or journalist being pitched. The top 5 mistakes made in media relations, and this is not including spamming someone, which I think is the number one mistake you can make in media relations, but I'll include that here as we go. But the first is a lack of preparation and planning, and that also ties back into spamming people. This means that you don't plan or prepare in all aspects of media relations. You don't plan or prepare your press release well. You don't plan for meetings. You don't prep your speakers when they have a speech to give. You just don't get things right. This can be very dangerous. And also, you don't plan or prepare for your pitching needs, so you just spam everyone. So I'm going to tie that into each one here. Second is a lack of understanding. This means that you don't know who your target audience is on either end. You must know the target audience of your PR plan, who your company is looking to reach with your PR efforts, and you must know your target audience in the media. When you pitch someone in the media, you need to know if they're a good fit for your story, if they write or speak to your target audience, which is why you need to know who they are too, and if they'll even care about what you have to say. Do your research so that way you can avoid spamming people. The third is the inability to connect and show empathy. This means that you don't have any empathy or compassion for the media people you interact with. They're people too, and they need to be treated with respect. The relationships you have with them need to be a mutually beneficial one, so you have to treat them like you depend on them, but know that they also depend on you for news leads, stories, etc. But that doesn't mean you get to walk all over them. And this flows into number 4. Don't allow your ego to get in the way. Don't be cocky and don't assume that the media just need you. Like I'd mentioned before, this is a give and take relationship where both parties need one another. So don't assume that they can simply drop everything and get back to you right away. Be aware of their deadlines also, because they also work for a living. So when you send them a story and you need it released tomorrow or even today, don't expect a response. Send them information that's at least 4 or 5 weeks in advance, if not more. Give them time to get to you because you know that they've been inundated with information, and really respect their deadlines as well. So look at editorial calendars, see where they need stories, see where they need information by, and that way you can really convey information with them on a more timely manner. Additionally, in line with not being cocky, apologize when you've been wrong, when you've done something not so kosher, or when you as the company or a PR professional has done something unacceptable, immoral, or that needs tending to. And this is really responded by crisis PR, which involves media relations, but it needs to be held maturely and responsibly, so don't lie to the public and don't lie to the media. Also important, don't think you're smarter than you are, and don't pretend to be something you're not. But also don't let your bias of how the media, quote unquote, is get in the way, because not everybody is the same. Lastly, don't panic. This can be something like a babbling CEO on the Today Show who can't close their mouths. This can be a crisis that throws the entire company into a raving circus, or this can be the inability to calm down and allow yourself the time to put together the plan and grasp some better understanding before you pitch someone or try to create relations with the media. So, just don't panic. Why are these important to avoid? Because media relations is crucial to your success in whatever PR venture or activity you take on. Starting off on the wrong foot can be a really bad place to start. So really remember the media or people. Remember that you need to approach them correctly, and that you also need to do your research so that you target the right people. But just remember, media relations can be a tricky thing to perfect, but don't give up. Be persistent, but not too persistent, and be honest. That's what will get you the farthest. But just remember, media relations can be a tricky thing to perfect, so don't give up. Be persistent, but not too persistent, and be honest. That's what will get you the farthest. So that sums up our media relations top 5 mistakes. Thank you for watching this businesstraining.com video module. I hope you enjoyed it. To learn more about the training and certification programs we offer, please visit our homepage at businesstraining.com.